Yo, welcome back to another match. We're on the play against Kelds, who was just playing Jund. This opener's pretty mopey. We'll take a mile. It's a little better, but not great. I think it's going to be okay. Um, at the very least, we can map for Tolarian and kind of make a lot of artifacts between the Night Scythe and the Clown Car, and then hopefully the Tolarian bridges us to um, up to the Ugin. See how we go. Ignoble. I think I'll just start with the Night Scythe. Next time we can play Shadow Spear, Quack Map, get Tolarian, play Clowns for 3, and then if we get 2 Clowns there, that would be 5 mana, so it'd be 1 short. Oh no, we'd have enough for Ugin if we hit 2 Clowns, all else being equal. Ursa, nice. Big fan of this card. It's so easy to get to the threshold and just play a random card in the mid game. Feels a lot like Lelia in my mind, um, where it just comes in, hits hard, and then provides card advantage when you've got spare mana in the turns after you've attacked with it. Probably a little worse than Lelia because it doesn't snowball quite as well, but I think it's still pretty impressive. Workshop. I think we'll stick the, yeah, stay to the plan. Where's this one? Play this. This will go away. I think we just need clowns to get 1 now that we've got an extra land here. And then none of our artifacts currently in play to be interacted with. Which means it'll roll 0 or 3. 1. Okay. I think I'm just gonna get aggressive with this. Don't really have any plans to block, so we'll just take our 3 damage where we can get it. And then we'll have 5 artifacts. So it's supposed to be 5, 6, 7. That's the magic number. I guess the good news here is that none of the creatures in play are particularly threatening, so I doubt that they're going to prioritize killing any of them. So, dodging a discard spell or any other removal, we should be online. We'll see though, they're a Jund deck. They're always very good at interacting. They got 4 cards in hand, so let's not count our chickens just yet. Love to get Dreams of Steel and Oiled here. That'd be nice. Looks like they got options. They get him for 4 for starters. That's fine. I played against them earlier, and they had Ravenloft Adventurer, so they've got some initiative stuff going on. Oh, oh, oops. I should have held that. That would have been a lot better. That's alright. Now we're playing around days. Nice. That said, I actually just want to cast it like this. Oopsie daisy. Card's too good. Not used to playing with it. Green. Beside you this now? Wow, it's a little bit late. Does she have a plan for this? Black counterspell? What's that? The black counter spell that says if you pay life, it doesn't. You can either pay 5 life or counter the spell. Dash hopes. That's all I need to say. Guess we might as well get a free crew on. Get this one. I guess they held the Beseiju, assuming that I'd play an artifact threat, and then they could Beseiju that. But I think in that spot when I'm making 6 mana off of my Beseiju, and I already have a fountain port to use and a equipment to equip, I think you should just snap it off. TRAXOS. Let's just equip this one on blocking duty. Actually, let's just attack with it. Dugan goes to 9 loyalty. He's invincible. He either gets Molten collapsed or wins the game. So obviously there I should have held the amulet and then played it to kill the hierarch, but that's alright. A punt for sure, but not a major one when it's just the hierarch that I'm missing out on. Okay, they get a VT here. Against me earlier, they VT'd for a Metamorphosis Fanatic, uh, which would be fine, but not the end of the world. If they do have Molten Collapse, I'll probably just go get that. But they are down to 6. I haven't got that many life points to play with. Okay. Orcheries. Maybe they got like Reanimate and they're trying to high roll. 4 mana. Ravenloft? That's not a big deal. Check what their last card is. Swamp. I could 0 to like cast something here, but if I just draw a land, then I get to do the same thing, and then Ogun also threatens ultimate now. Yeah, it's pretty insane. Exile your board, play a Khan, crew it, probably have lethal, seems good. And threaten ultimate as well next turn. Take the initiative, all is well. Let's grab the big boomers. Don't really care for any of these other interactive elements. The taxing stuff's not that big of a deal. Maybe the hearse is okay. Um, if they're doing Metamorphosis Fanatic stuff, then might be alright. We can cut. Definitely Aether Spark on the draw. Night Sight's pretty medium. I think Khan's very vulnerable in the draw. One more cut. I could even say Chalice, but let's leave Chalice. Maybe the Crawler. Don't want to give Jun more cards to one-for-one us with. And they don't draw a lot of cards themselves with like cantrips and things, so it's not going to deal a lot of incidental damage. Classic workshop hand that has nothing to cast with it. Tricky hand. I'm going to keep because it's got a Saga as well. And it's got a good interactive piece with the Confluence, and it's got a redraw with the Bauble. It's not vulnerable to any artifact hate. Doesn't really care about Thought Seizers. Like the hand does do kind of nothing, but I think it has enough potential that it's just right to keep. Looks like a loose keep, but I'd be happy to discuss that this is actually right. Against Jund, post sideboard on the draw. One of the few spots where you could justify keeping such a hand that practically costs nothing, but I think it's okay. Oh, okay. Opponent says they meant to have an upkeep stop to Beseiju the Tolarian, so yeah, definitely would have been a very different game in that spot. So they do take Confluence. I think I'm happy to go on to the Saga plan. With the Grim Monolith now, we can at least get one token out of this. And we also just get to search up this from the Saga a little bit quicker. Speaking more on the Keep or Mulligan decision, they're very likely to have a Thoughtseize kind of spell on turn one, so again, keeping a hand that doesn't rely on a mana rock and more so on the power of the lands it has available is usually where I want to be in this matchup, so might sound like I'm trying to justify it, but I'll stick by it being the right keep. You just don't want to mulligan against Jund. Okay. Fire is a 5/6. I guess this is a reason I could have held on to the bauble. This dealing one extra damage here actually makes it kill me in 3 hits now, which is not insignificant. Okay. Yet another land. Could Talengates this here, but I think getting the token will be right. Usually I'll use the bauble as quick as I can against these black mid-rangey decks out of threat of a Bowmaster. Um, but yeah, worth considering that they did bin the Pyroglyph and they are trying to reanimate things pretty actively, so I am now 3 hittable by this instead of 4, which could make a difference. We'll see. If they leave us back, that'd be pretty good for us because then we could just Talongates it. Besieging now, huh? Um, is tapping my Grim... Would I rather have access to my Grim or just a lowly construct that's not actually going to get... Hasn't got a lot going for it. I think I'm just going to let this happen. I think it's more likely that I just keep the Grim and cast a 7-drop next turn and win that way. Um, nice. Tower. It's up to a 6-7 now as well, so maybe that one point that we were talking about earlier didn't really end up mattering. Because this was always had the potential to grow, and always was going to, because the saga was going to tick down eventually. I think I'm just taking this here. It's a bit scary in the face of this arena, but they can't actually activate the arena itself yet. Yeah, I think I'm still just trying to hope to draw a Cityscape or a Sunring Titan and just win the game soloing off that. You're close, Ugin, but you're not one of those cards that I mentioned. All right, well, we're priced into Talengatesing. Yep, no way around it. It's awkward here because we can nearly like put in the Talengates and then untap the Grim. But we're one short of that even. Yeah, Pyroglyph just kills so quick. Yeah. Classic hand where you're on the draw and you've got a redraw with the bauble and you never draw a single artifact to use your workshop on. Maybe these are mulligans, but I don't think they are. Especially against Jund where you just need your resources. Something good. I'm gonna draw Cityscape now and it won't be able to kill this. That'd be hilarious. Um, like that. Cycle this. Okay. That was a lot of lands. Pretty sad game. Always a possibility when you keep a hand like that that's how it plays out, but what can you do? In most games when you draw 5 lands out of 6 draw steps, you're gonna take the L. Let's just get a nice hand this time. Definitely an interesting one. If this makes a clown, then it's turn 2 Khan. If it doesn't, it's kind of mopey. Gonna keep it. The Rashad Port also buys us a little bit of time in case the clown card does fail us. And again, it's got a bit of interaction. It can go under a sideboard hate card from them. Typically happy enough to keep these hands against Jund. Usually I'd mulligan a lot more aggressively, but their deck's very good at interacting 1-for-1 and in a timely manner, so just keeping fine hands is okay in these matchups. Show me the clown. Alright. Is that I got that? It is. I think I want to crack the bauble. Puts me a turn further from the Khan, given what we've got here, but I just want to find some action. And we can probably get to turn 3 Khan with most reasonable draws anyway. Okay, these are not reasonable draws. um, Definitely been low rolling this match a little bit. Bolt me? Oh yeah, respect. I'm getting Inventor's Sphere, which is pretty happy not to draw another land here. Let's see what their follow-up is. That's fine, we got 2 forward drops. Love to draw a 0 here. That's pretty good too. It's actually really good. Multiple artifacts for the Flareon. Can crew the clown if they go to kill it and still block the Ragavan, and then it itself blocks the Ragavan very well. Just getting multiple artifacts out when you go to Tolarian is definitely where we want to be. I feel like that bolt was a little hasty, given we've got this. Snuff that out on main phase. Yeah, it's smart. So I got down to 2 cards, but they are going to untap with 3 or 4 mana and play some kind of Haymaker. If they don't have a Haymaker, then I feel pretty good, but probably have something here. Maybe they'll get a Haymaker from us. Mystic Forge? Don't think they'll cast that one. But mad respect if they do. Kind of looks like they're missing their 3rd land, but Not certain. Is it Charmor maybe? Yep. God's still brutal. Hmm. I think I want to be able to block the Ragavan this turn, so let's play the Lodestone. I do need to find an answer to this Charmor in relatively quick fashion. It's not killing us in 3 hits, but it's pretty close. Liberator. Uh-huh. Oh, nice. Good use of the Power Stone. The Traxos, I mean, I'd love to trade with the Ragavan here. And then the Traxos does technically race the Charmor. I don't think they'd offer the trade, doesn't... Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess it does, like, it does kill one of my mana, so I get why they would. So really I just need to draw some cheap artifacts to untap the Traxos and then hit twice. Not anything. We do also get to hold the Talon Gates, which is nice to break one attack from that. But they do have that Reign of Glory, so it's a bit threatening. Okay, no hasty threats, good. Maybe they've just got green cards left? I can hope, I can pray. Spell, please? A spell. How generous. Okay, it's connecting. Let's go to your upkeep. So I can do a pretty cool trick here. I can put the Talon Gates in, flick around the Charmor, and now the Talon Gates pays for the port. Um, guess I'll hit the arena. And hopefully any artifact seals the deal here. I don't think we'll draw it. It'd be more fun if we don't draw it. We get to sweat one more turn. Please. We are sweating. Hmm. That's a funny one. I don't think getting in for one with the patchwork makes a lot of sense. I think we'll just hold steady, just try and draw that artifact. Maybe, yeah. I'm still not sure if I should be hitting the Badlands or the arena. It's close between the two. Double black is like could be sinkhole or break the ice or Douthy, so maybe I should respect that. But also like a hasty creature here is a big deal. Okay. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's just gonna miss. Oh, they've already used their lightning bolt. Okay, that's good news. I was thinking I'm gonna have to pay 2 life to this dismember, so I'd be in bolt range, but they've already used it. We are like pyrogoyphable or something similar. And now we've got enough mana that we can put a counter on the blast zone. I think I will. Yeah, I think I will. If they play like a 1-drop blocker, the trample on the TRAXOS should seal the deal anyway, so I think this kind of 2 is fine. Right, we'll keep sweating. Let's draw. Still sweating, my goodness. I think I'll hold back still. Silly TRAXOS. Why can't you just untap normally? Is that so much to ask? Potentially should have put a counter on the blast zone there as well. But I'm thinking 2 is not a bad spot for it. Just because we are tapping down their lands most turns. They're not likely to have, like, they're not going to get to 4, so I don't want to pump it up all the way. Maybe getting to 3 is not bad because they could, like, play like a Tersa and then, or play land Tersa attack, and then this would be really good to mop it up. Alright, artifact, please. Surely, surely this can find one artifact. I pray. Alright, 5 looks. 6 looks at an artifact. Doesn't specifically have to be an artifact as well. Planeswalkers do trigger the TRAXOS. You are actually kidding. How is this possible? Do I keep a saga? I don't think so. So my top, like, 8 cards have not been artifacts. Any artifact wins the game? That's insane. Oh dear. How is this possible? What have I done to deserve this? That's good content. Can't wait for them to draw Price of Progress when I lose. Take this one. We'll attack now, yeah. I guess they never fetched this game, so explains the lack of uh, green mana. Alright, they pack it in. We're gonna draw the artifact. We were gonna draw the artifact. There you go. Alright, thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next one.